Hey, Corbett from Team Sanctum here with Alex Labarge. He's going to give us a deck profile on his Infernoids. So let's see what this deck is all about, shall we?
Alright, so first off, before I do this, I just want to say everyone thought the deck was dead when Reasoning got hit. But I've played this for a little bit now, and I haven't lost yet. I haven't even hit Reasoning a lot of times. I don't know if it's just been me getting really lucky with it or whatever it is. There are a few tricks to the build that I've done that you'll see. It's pretty obvious. Okay, so I separated the deck a certain way. Here we go. So we got 3 Decatrons in the deck. He's a tuner. That's what I really want to make really specific. If you hit this off of Reasoning, it's special summon. If your opponent says 1, whatever, it goes to the grave, and you got Infernoid fodder. So 3 of those. Then you got 3 Raiden, the other tuner guy, and you mill 2. Just so happen to hit another Raiden. There you go. He goes to 19. It's really the mill 2 and then mill 2 at end phase effect. He really speeds up the deck, helps get rid of like clogged hands and stuff like that. And then the last normal summonable monster is Qliphort. So obviously, if you played the game for a while, you know what Qliphort does, and it's pretty good in this deck. Now, something I want to stop and show you guys real quick. So we have 7 normal summonable monsters. However, they all have something where they're okay in the grave, or they're, except for Raiden, or they do something synergetic. So these are the only ones. A lot of people will be playing Card Trooper, some of the other Light Sworns, because they want to mill faster. But you just really want to kind of hit these and then go into synchros, and that'll be pretty relevant in the extra deck. And then you play 2 Antra, Compulse, basically. It's got that 2k booty, it's very good. 2 Paramais, low level, and it's a Night Beam, and I like it. Oh, always remember, bring this guy out in defense. I brought him out in attack a couple times. That's a horrible idea. Then you got 3 Harmonic. A lot of people are only playing 2, some people are only playing 1. They're like, oh, it's not really good, you don't want to draw it, you don't want to do this, don't want to do that. I find out a lot of times in this deck, you end up filling up your board too much, and you need to get rid of something, you need to pop something for a new level, make a synchro play, something like that. Harmonic can pop anything on the board, so you can pop your own stuff to go into other things. Then you play 3 Petrulia. That's MST. He's a 4. Help you go into Pearl, Gemini Pearl. He's pretty good. Helps with other synchro plays. The levels are really relevant. And then a couple of the boss monsters here. You got Deviati, most important one. Heavy Storm, and it's a basically like a Dark Lady, but it banishes instead of destroys it, and you don't pay that 1,000. Then you got Anuku, who's a Judgment Dragon, and negates spells and traps. So I played 2 of each of those. That's pretty standard in most builds. I really don't think you should play 3, unless you play Deviati at 3. That's pretty okay. 3 on Talendel, BLS basically. He's also the base level to go into something that's in the extra deck, and I'll show you in a minute. So 3 on Talendel. To complement that, you play 3 Sightsamus. If he battles at all, he banishes a card on the field, and that does not target. So that gets rid of things that, like against Cosmo, this is extremely good. Alright, and then that's it for the main deck monsters and stuff. That's a lot of monsters. Alright, and then for the spells, you play Regeki, you OTK, so you need to clear their board often. 1 for 1, discarding monsters doesn't really hurt you. Get those level 1 monsters in there that are really good that you need. Burial from a Different Dimension, pretty self-explanatory. Starts to recycle the Infernoid stuff. Rekindling, I haven't really got this card off yet, but in theory it's really good. Someone got it off on me, and it's really stupid. If you mill and end up milling all your Decatrons, you really don't have a way to get them back. You can special summon all of them with this. So, Reasoning, it's Reasoning, obviously really good in the deck. People most of the time are going to call a 1. And that's another reason why the glow bulb's in there. Someone calls 1, so you don't get the Decatron, but then you end up hitting glow bulb. Glow bulb goes to grave, mill 1, special summon. There you go, synchro. Alright, Monster Gate, better reasoning, that's all. This really needs to go up on the ban list. Like, we need to get more of it. Charge the Light Brigade, add 2. If I could play more, I would. Mill 3, search for riding, keep going, mill 2 more. It's like a 5, and if we're playing Infernoid, so it's really good. This is really good. A lot of people cut this from the deck. Void Seer is really good if you have a Decatron and you normal summon it, and someone's like, oh, I don't know, Dark Lady or something like that to negate the effect. This makes it unaffected by card effects. Like, that just becomes, like, insane. Like, unaffected by card effects, it has a double use if you mill it, protects an Infernoid from destruction. So it's really good. And then the last card in the deck, Triple War Arfthau. There's a card that we're playing in the extra deck that makes level 1 tokens. And so when you make the level 1 token, if you have a spot, you can go where Arfthau, for Decatron, normal summon Decatron. Decatron can become any level, and you can make any synchro monster that's in the extra deck. So this card basically lets you make anything that's in the extra deck, and it's really good. Since you normal summon Decatron, you won't be paying that 2k. If you need to, it's not that bad. Alright, and that's it for the main deck, and then we're going to go into the extra deck. This is not an extra deck, but playing a bunch of sexy tokens. Yeah, there you go. You really don't need too many tokens, but... Alright, and for the Exceeds monsters, 1 Leviair, bring back Decatron when you banish it if you end up in that tight spot. 1 Big Eye for the sights and misplays. 1 Gem Knight, Pearl for the big pushes. And then that's it for the Exceeds monsters. Then the rest of it's completely synchro. Triple Goyo Defender. This card is really freaking awesome. If you end up like kind of bricking, this turns into a really good play. You should make this, then use this one's effect to make this, then use this one's effect to make this, and you got 3 of them, and they all become 3k, and they go, or 2k, and then you can put them in defense or something. This becomes a really good wall. And they become good tribute fodder for Deviati. 1 Michael, just really good. Banishing things is nice. And then it mills 3 or 4. Yeah, this one does 3. This is really good if you push or you poke with it. You catch your opponent on like an off spot and you swing with 21. And then like, let's say you go first and this becomes a 42 beat stick. I've had this guy all the way up to like 10,000, 12,000 before, so it's really good. Yazi, synchro version of Diamond Dyer. Basically, you pop him to pop a card. Black Rose, clear board. If you make it, you need to get some Infernoids and Graves. That way you can make a different kind of a play to recycle stuff that, you know, it's just good. Scrap Archfiend pushes with OTKs because it's normal. All the Infernoid effects are summoning conditions. You know, it synergizes. This is stupid good against Monarch, and then really freaking good against Blue Eyes. So Blue Eyes is going to be the new meta, obviously. You've seen everything that it's doing. If you do this, they can't go into their synchros. They can't go into their Blue Eyes. They're stuck with their level 1s. Obviously, they're not getting over it with this. So they're stuck Veiling it as soon as it comes out. And if you know, Veil is searchable in that deck, but still, if you get it and they don't have what they need to get rid of this, then you're kind of winning. Leo, non-targetable thing, big old guy, really good. Star Eater, big ass card. Can't activate card effects when it attacks, so it stops Cosmo, that kind of thing, so it's really good. And then the last guy, the MVP, the card that you want to make first turn every turn, stops everybody. The ultimate version of like Beals and all that stuff. You got Bishbaalkin. It's really hard to see because of its rarity. I'm going to explain this card a little bit. So it has to be a level 8 or higher tuner and a level 8 or higher monster. And you tribute them. You don't synchro summon, you tribute them to special summon this card. So when this guy comes out, he gains 1,000 attack for every monster that's on the field, including himself. So this guy's maximum attack can be 10,000. And then he has the ability, he cannot be destroyed by card effects. So this guy's sitting on the board. You can dark hole, nuke your opponent's monsters, and then poke for 1,000 or something like that next turn. Activate his effect, summon out eight tokens, and then like I don't know what. The only way to really get rid of him is shuffle him back, banish him, or bounce him. So that's the only thing that people can really use to get rid of him. You play one of him because it's really hard to keep making him. It's possible to play two, but you really only need one. If you make this first turn, you're pretty much winning the game. So, yep, Bishbaalkin Infernoids. There you go, guys.
All right. Thank you, Alex, for letting us take a look at your Infernoids. This is Jay Corbett of Team Sanctum, signing out.